Hey guys, so today I'm going to go out to our storage for the first time since we've been home. I'm sorry about the sound quality. We have quite a bit of wind going on right now, but we have all of our storage on the floor in here. We need to have some shelves up, and I will show you what I'm talking about. I want things to be temporary so that I can really see what we have before we start building in permanent structures. But you can see we don't have a lot of stuff. We have just a little bit, but it does need to be up off the floor. And what is out in storage is not going to fit in here. I have a lot of books. A lot of this actually belongs to other family members. So I don't really want to go through it that bad, but I do want my shelves so that I can get started on the tiny house. Okay, so I'm really happy with what I found. I unveiled two shelves that are the wire kind that you can adjust for height. I think I can even figure out how to use them as kind of like a shelf for hanging clothes to put on hangers. I think that'll work well. You can see one of them here. Maybe you can see one of them here. There we go. I love these detachable ones. I use them for my windows when I'm starting seeds in the spring too. And I also found a whole bunch of clothes for me and the girls. So this is all the stuff we have. I have 3 boxes, which, considering that we cut down by 3/4 in our house, we got rid of all our food storage, we got rid of most of our extra clothes. We only kept the bare minimum. We got rid of so much stuff, and we sold so much stuff, so we didn't, you know, it's not like we wasted money doing that. But most of this in the back I'm actually taking to the shed because it is for decor or it is shelving, and I have 3 actual containers full of things that can be taken to the secondhand store, which is really exciting. And I have noticed that the things that are taken to the secondhand store were the last things packed. So I wonder if, as you get further and further down your list of things you're getting rid of, if you save the things that you're kind of ambivalent about for last, and you're packing the things that are the most obviously needing to be packed first, because most of what I packed towards the end, I'm going through and I'm like, why did I save this? It's so redundant. So the psychology of minimalism, or the psychology of getting rid of things you don't need, it's kind of interesting to sit and watch myself work through this. What we're doing today, or what we're doing right now, is these are some of the boxes that I pulled out of storage, and we are going to go and actually sort them at the secondhand store because we just don't have room for all of it, and most of it we don't even remember that we have. So we're going to go sort it at the secondhand store to make room for paint. How does that sound?
Yes, but can we keep our sewing?
Well, honey, we're not getting rid of fabric. We're not getting rid of fabric. We're like this right here. Remember? You're going to use that to sew something, correct? Also, so I'm not getting rid of fabric, okay?
Also, are you getting rid of our sewing machines?
No. Okay. We're going to set it all up. Okay, so this is the box of keeps. I have some really, really, really cute clothes in there. Things that people have just given to us and that I've had in storage. I'm going through and getting rid of anything with holes, anything with stains, anything we don't really need, and things that are too many years ahead. I just don't have room to store things that they won't be wearing for 2 years. And so even though you could say I'm wasting money by doing that, in my opinion, it's cheaper to go out and buy 3 or 4 pairs of pants once a year than it is to try and store 40 pairs of pants. And that's just my opinion. So that's what we have left, and that's what we're giving away. so the goal for today is to get everything up and off the floor so that we can see the bones of the structure, decide where we want to put things. I've had groceries out here for a little while, and in particular I have potatoes. They're trying to turn green. I have an old shoebox because John just needed to go buy some shoes. So I'm going to put my potatoes in the shoebox. There's no need for containers to be fancy. Over time I'm going to go out and clip some willows, and we're going to do some basket weaving, but for now this is what we're doing. I am aiming towards a waste-free homestead, which means that we're not throwing anything away, everything goes to a purpose, and specifically I'm trying to eliminate plastic. We can make it cute without spending any money. We'll see if that's what happens, but I'm just gonna dump my potatoes in here. I'm gonna save the bag for something else. Again, I'm trying to not have plastic in my life, but we're just starting this, and we've been on the road for a while, so we are accustomed to plastic. At least for right now. I might actually, because there's these two little holes and you don't really want sunlight on your spuds, I might just take these and create a little extra filter, a little bit more of a light filter for my spuds, because they're going to be right here next to the window. And there's my potatoes. And I'm just going to systematically go through my garbage and figure out what can I turn into something so that I don't have to purchase anything. So far, we've spent zero on getting all of this organization done, and I'm pretty pleased. Okay, so here is my compost garbage system. Compost, garbage, and I am trying to eliminate garbage, but I do have a little bit while I'm working through this. I will be reducing and reusing. But anything that you're going to put in compost, you don't want shiny paper, you don't want a lot of color, you want it to be dull in color. You can use paper, paper towels, food stuff, anything that will degrade over time and can be turned into soil. Okay, so the coats may help a little bit with soundproofing so we don't have the echo. I don't have electricity, but I do have some hooks. I was originally planning on putting a 2x4 across because I don't have any power tools. I don't have the strength to drive through a board or to drill a hole out, so I'm just going to use hand tools to get these hooks on, and we'll just have to deal with the fact that it's going to leave some holes in walls, and but it will be nice to have the coats up and out of the way. Kaya's loft, her little play space, is giving her little slivers in her fingers. And any of you that have seen old granny rugs that are made out of long strips of fabric, that is what we're going to make. First you cut the strips and then you braid them, and it's right up Kaya's alley. She loves that kind of thing. So we're gonna go out. I kept a lot of my fabric stash that was really high quality fabric, and we'll see how much of it is usable. The reason we're doing it this way is to show how to do it frugally, economically, and when we're home, we live very frugally. We have food storage, we have bikes that we use a lot, we're not going out to eat very much, these kinds of skills. It was very hard to live that way on the road because of the stresses of the road, but now that we're home, rather than going out and just buying new shelves so that I didn't have to unearth anything, it just made a lot more sense to go through and get rid of more stuff that I didn't need, because it all has to fit in the tiny house eventually. I might as well start now. And these shelves cost between $65 and $75 a piece, depending on where you get them from, which is not an insignificant amount of money. The other thing is I probably won't use all of them once we're finished with the tiny house. I do intend eventually to have built-in furniture in the places that I want them, rather than using these. I love to keep one of these around, these shelves, because I like to use them for my gardening starts. But when we're done, I am under the assumption that we won't really be using these very much. So, no point in going out and buying more. The other thing is that I have some decorative fabric. I'm not sure if you can see back there, but I have a really pretty roll of decorative fabric that I'm going to put these shelves behind so that when we're working and doing construction in the tiny house, I can still take video and have it look attractive. We can work in the tiny house without feeling like we have boxes everywhere that just take away from the aesthetic of everything. So I'm really excited to get started. It's all temporary because I want to be able to move things. I really want to be able to decide where things need to be built in and take my time doing it while still being able to use the space. So
Laundry on that bike-powered washer when we live down in the yurt. And then you can also see straight down here our shower, which is also gravity fed, the same system as the sink, hot water on demand, and a beautiful view while you shower.
Okay, so the next set of stairs are for Kim for their own house, and hopefully we can speed up the process a little more for their stairs.
Because we actually need 2 sets because we've got 2 lofts, and so we're gonna help you build a set for your place, and that'll get us through the learning curve, and then then we can get a set for our 2 lofts.